But some school districts haven't significantly cut their cost, at least not when it comes to top administrative cost. News 13's Elizabeth Lamb tonight takes a look at the pros and cons of cutting those salaries and positions.
School's out for the summer, but the bills keep stacking up for South Carolina's 83 school districts. Plans to combine some of those districts are underway to save money. But Florence District 1's interim superintendent, Dr. Allie Brooks, says proceed with caution.
Very few people are thinking through this. They're saying, oh yes, we can consolidate and we're going to, we don't have to have but instead of having, in Florence County, for example, 5 superintendents, we can just have 1. Well, guess what? You still got those areas to supervise.
The legislature has worked to balance district budgets with academic programs, and the state's General Assembly decides if districts should combine resources. In Dillon County, Superintendent Ray Rogers worked to combine the county's 3 districts into 2.
When you got a problem, you got to address the problem. And they addressed it. They went to the county board and said, we know that, we have financial needs and we don't want to cut our students short in any way, and would this be possible?
If we take a look across the state, the 5 superintendents in Florence County combined make about $500,000. But in Horry County, its superintendent makes half that amount. That's a savings of more than $250,000. Add to that, Florence County schools educate about 20,000 students. Horry nearly twice that at 39,000. So how can counties keep paying top-level administrators across the state top dollar salaries?
I would ask our communities to really ask the question, what evidence do we have that will prove that school consolidation is going to be more beneficial? Of course we want to do the best for all students. That's a given. But at the same time, you have to consider the financial aspect of it, and those are some issues that are not being thoroughly thought out.
Florence School District 4 Interim Superintendent Steve Quick favors consolidation, but says some communities' identities lie in their school districts, a high price to pay for consolidation.
That's what people get worried about. You take the school away and I don't have my alma mater, and that's difficult.
Money for the districts comes from local and state resources, so there's a constant push and pull between the two.
We not to put the money where our mouths are. We're going to have to stop all the posturing and look at every community and do what's best.
The superintendents we spoke with all predict South Carolina will someday have just 1 school district per county. But Brooks says that's not easy to do.
Here it is 2011. If you're going to talk about being innovative, then we can't talk about cutting programs and cutting people.
Instead, consolidating services and programs could keep current districts intact, depending on how far a district is willing to go. In Florence, Elizabeth Lamb, News 13.
This may seem obvious, but a Clemson University study shows that administrative positions in smaller or split county districts, again, can actually cost the student and state more money than identical positions in larger districts because of the higher salaries. We've also worked to create a searchable database online at scnow.com so you can log on there to find out how much administrators in your district make and do some research of your own.